Welcome, 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 everyone. Holy shit. I holy shit. I actually cleaned my fucking airbrush out properly last time I used it. So Thursday, we finished up, or was it Wednesday? I've been fucking flaky as hell when it comes to streams, and I really apologize about that. But last stream, we finished up the previous Star of Max. Now we're gonna start on the last one. Um, so my orange goop. Oh, there you are, orange goop. Okay. Put you on there. And you. Uh, Actually, more than I need. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Pardon me. Alrighty. Let's get that there. Squish. And then ugliest mech in the star. Fucking hate these. I think they're ugly as shit. These being a huntsman. Okay. So I need to figure out what sort of camo I want to do these guys. I've done like grays recently. I've done blues. Like I could go like off the wall and do like a space camo thing. I could try for something like that. That could be fun. But I've also done more than a couple space, like more than a couple mechs with that color scheme. I think actually you here today. Need to get some more of this mixed together. One piece in love me. Don't be an asshole. Release. Uh-huh. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. A little bit more. Rest. That's good. That didn't. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. There's that. I know. It's so interesting. All right. Give that a bit of a mixy mix. And this should last me for a little bit. Actually, while I'm doing that, let's turn that on and get the tank filled. I'm glad that this compressor that I have is actually fairly quiet. It's quieter than the tankless one that I have, that's for sure. Like, it's just as loud as my Vortex. Approximately. To not have the airbrush as I'm trying to open up the regularly. Really? No, just like 2 and 3 from 5. All right. You know, airbrushes work so well when you actually take care of them properly. It's so easy to use. Fucking imagine that. When you properly clean them and you don't have to faff about. Like, damn. Fuck, that was actually almost all that. Or that was all that pretty much on the first one. Ah, shit, I should have. Well, you know what? I can just paint something on it for the basing for these ones. It was my fault for not thinking about it beforehand. But I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world. Put a few more drops in here. Oh yeah, this is the end of her. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so now it's time to clean this. Which is the most exciting part about me using an airbrush, right? now let's bust out the cleaner, the soap, the solvent. Let you soak for a moment. Hmm. Look at that. That was greens. Hmm. Mix up. Hmm. Other than the tip, there's no fucking paint on the needle. Can't complain about that. Okay. Now, the question, like I said before, is how do I want to paint these? Like, I don't really want to do the stripe camo because I don't know if I could actually make that look right. Sorry, I'm just. There we go. You don't want to leave your tank for your compressor pressurized because that will fuck up any of your like your regulator and stuff like that, and any of your readings off of your dials. And that's something you don't like. I have a couple of different like a couple of different compressors. I think it's three. Yeah, three different compressors. One of them is like old as shit, and I don't use it anymore. But I could still like grab the regulator off of it, which I do that, and then just get rid of the compressor. Like it doesn't have a tank. It's less powerful than the two that I have sitting next to me. And again, I have two sitting next to me. Plus, I have my little like battery powered one. I don't think I really need one more compressor. However, the regulator that's on it That, on the other hand, I might want to. I have a couple of reasons why. Um, One, and I know I'm rambling on, but I'm also giving these mechs time for the prime coat to cure a little bit, so I don't care. And it's also my channel, so I can ramble on as much as I want. But no, because I can use that with my battery powered compressor. I can like throw that on there. I know it kind of makes it so that it's a little counterproductive, but at least this way as well, I can also check. Like I'll also have a reading for how much pressure it's putting out. Um, which, depending on how much pressure it's putting out, I might use this here smaller compressor for a another project that I kind of want to attempt. Um, because if that's in the like 20 to 40 psi range, which it should be, because like you're generally not doing your airbrush is generally not going to be much above like 30 to 40 psi anyway. At least as far as I know, it shouldn't when you're doing acrylic. Um, okay. As I was saying, no, like it's you want to stay generally like 20 to 30 as far as I remember from learning about airbrushing way back. Oh, it's not good. I'll just have to deal with it. Um, but yeah, so it might make a certain amount of sense to try this and see if it can be used to make myself a small little DIY pressure pot for doing resin and silicone. Because you don't need a ridiculous amount of pressure. Like I don't need as big of a setup as I do for my vacuum pump. That one you kind of need something a little bit more powerful if you want to draw a decent vacuum. And honestly, I'm not gonna trust a fucking home vacuum sealer thing to be good enough for what I need. But that is future projects that may or may not happen depending on well, lots of stuff. But what we have right now is we have 5 mechs to paint. I need to grab my phone, which is over at the couch. I will be right back. No, it is not over at the couch. Go catch it. Reference pictures. Um. Okay, so just basically all various browns. Yeah, I could make this work. I'm not gonna do the one with the fucking black spots because I don't think I can make that work. But yeah, yeah, we'll go all browns for these ones. Do like a pseudo desert camo type look. All right, cool. They are good enough to go. So what I want then, this is the sepia. Oh, the sepia. I have another empty bottle. Oh, I did have an empty bottle, but it got used. However, oh wait, yes I do. Fuck my on about. Like I don't have any dropper bottles. But wait, I do have dropper bottles. I want at least 3 levels of brown. And the reason I'm mixing up some ahead of time is I want it to be fucking consistent. So what we're gonna do actually, this one. We're gonna go with the transparent raw umber instead of using the higher quality sepia. First, we're gonna do the white. So I want this. Um, 2, 3, 5. Okay, there's that. And I think we're gonna go. Titanium white is a very opaque paint or pigment. Ah, come on. Ah, that's gonna make a mess. Basically, the point of the matter is, or fact of the matter is, and the point is, I want more brown than white. So I already have one here that is basically very, very light brown, which I'll be using. Super desaturated. Then I have the darkest, which is going to be the sepia. And I have this guy, which is going to be my mid-tone. Boop. A fancy one. And a normal. Alright, so now let's give that a bit of a mixy mix. I might actually need more brown. Yeah, I'm gonna need more brown. Yeah, definitely need more brown. It's fine. Yeah, I think when I do this again, I'm gonna aim for 3 or 4 to 1. Approximately. That result right there, before I just added more brown, was a lot closer to the stuff that's in this bottle. Desaturated stuff. Not a lot, though. That should be enough. It was pretty close already. That should be good enough. Okay. So we're going to start with the lightest color. Which is going to be that. Yeah, 0. Endeavor. Go fuck yourself. Bots get smashed. Except for my bot. My bot's fine. Everyone's cool with magical bot. Let's start. Time for the hero, run from the law in a period of veto. Actually, kind of go back around a little bit. A lot of these spots I'm probably going to have to do a couple of passes, but that's fine. It gives me a chance to kind of modify it and figure out exactly what I want to do if it doesn't look right. One of the reasons why I'm okay with using inks is, yeah, there's a lot of times where you have to do a couple of coats, but a little bit off. Hey there, Cheer. How's things? And I'm well enough, I guess. Wait, you're gonna need to give me a moment to put this paint on this plastic first, though. Do that. I'll fucking brute force you. Mm, it gives me a chance to off the brush itself, which is fine. And caffeinating. Oh, nice. I have been getting engrossed in Mountain Blade Warband over the last few days. Yeah, over the last few days. Well, that and Stranded Alien Dawn, because that's actually kind of a fun little game. That one is it's very definitely inspired and patterned off of RimWorld, but it doesn't have as many of the war crimes. Like there's no slavery and organ harvesting. And there's no actual mining. Like you can't mine into mountains or hills. I mean, that's what I would expect out of a PDF is, 80 to 90% of it to be rules. Like for a TTRPG rule book, anyway. Because like really, for something like that, like there's already established lore and fiction for it that they don't really need to add to the rule book. And also, the best thing with TTRPGs is you make your own fiction. Okay, but the vast majority of it, 80%, is actual rules. The other 20%, that would be closer to like, maybe a page here and a page there, and like sections in with the rules. I wouldn't call that like it's not going to be in depth in any of the lore that would be in there at only 20%. If it's 300 pages, 20% is not 150 chair. Uh 300 pages. Okay, so if it was 200, it would be about 50 pages. At 300, you're looking at 75 pages. No, actually less than that, because that would be at 25%. You're looking at about 60 pages. 60 pages in total. Like if it's 80% approximately, then it would be 60 pages in total. give or take. Um, which really is not a lot. But I mean, even still, like 80% rules and then 20% like splat, which will give a little bit of information about the world building, and also help explain the rules. That sounds about right. Like that's I think approximately the mix that no, MechWarrior Destiny is a lot more rules than fiction. But like a lot of like TTRPG books are like that. D&D books were like that at one point in time. Like at least for the players guides. The DMG was not so much like that. But with D&D it was 80% rules, 20% explanation. Well, explanation and example. Okay, so here, let me grab a calculator. So 300 times 0.2. Yeah. So 60 pages is 20% out of 300 pages. Like, I don't know the layout of the book, so I couldn't answer that question here. Like, it's like, but I mean, also too, like, and again, I haven't seen the book, so I don't know. Like, I don't have the PDF for it. Um, But I mean, I'm pretty sure at least part of those first 60 pages are going to be talking about the game itself. Because there's usually an about section for most of the TTRPGs that I've played, at least. Um, but yeah, it would make sense that, that there would be 20-ish or, right around there percent of the book that's set aside to like again, like I said, examples and a bit of the lore that that they have created. Well, I mean, that's probably because of the fact that they might not have been able to use the actual likeness without giving Keanu Reeves a bunch of money or a bunch more money. Well, technically a bunch of money because it was the game developer that got Keanu Reeves to play the role and not the like. Hey there, wonderful. How you doing? Oh, well, that's well. Are you reading the 1987 version of the rule book, or are you reading the like current version of the rule? Because that's another thing too. Because the art in the book is going to change over the years, and they may yeah. So the version that you're reading is probably going to be influenced or that because damn it. Yeah. So it was probably considering that's when Cyberpunk 2077 was released. It's probably going to be like the art was most likely going to be done and like or rather that edition is going to be influenced and essentially there to ride the coattails of the game. But yeah, most likely it's funny looking because they probably didn't want to pay to use Keanu's actual like a well drawn Keanu's likeness. Well, technically you'll have Keanu Silverhand that you have at home, or Keanu Silverhand if you got him from Wish. Okay. Okay. And what's your funny fact? Hmm. I mean, it could also be the difference between memory and experience. But I mean, I'm also the type of person that the way I look at it, any sort of movie that's related to a TTRPG, I just look at it as an alternate universe version of, the setting. Um, because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna fuck shit like that up. Just need a little bit more of this. Oh damn, where'd you go? There. And then that way, it's kind of easier to reconcile when they screw shit like that up. It's like, oh, this is how it happened in the actual setting. So maybe it's just like an alternate version of what happened. You know? Hmm. Okay. Darker brown, slightly less desaturated. Interesting. I am currently painting up some BattleTech minis. In a what's supposed to pass for a desert camo scheme. This one here is basically just going to be kind of the first proof of concept piece, and then I'm going to do the other ones as batch paint. When I say other ones, I mean the other four. Oh, nice. Ooh. That would actually be kind of interesting for a paint scheme for Tyranids. Go with like almost like a natural desert camo type look for them. All like beiges and browns. Or even doing something like essentially taking inspiration from like desert arachnids and insects type deal with how they look. I think that would be pretty cool. And you could like then go the extra mile and do UV pigments for some of them, kind of like how scorpions glow under UV light. I think that would look pretty fucking cool. Oh, nice. That's awesome. StarCraft cheer. Uh, StarCraft is the game that the term Zerg came from. They are the insect-like faction. Um, where is the link to? Like, I don't. My bot doesn't deny them. Oh, IG? Yeah, 100%. I'm cool with that. few months ago, I had somebody come in and share a link to their like store page when they asked if I could like or if they could share a link, and then after I was like, "Yeah, can you please not do that?" They got offended and proceeded to unfollow me. Like, dude, I don't want you fucking advertising on my channel. I mean, unless you're gonna pay me, I'll take ad revenue from a person so that they can advertise their store page. I'm fine with that. But I will say, my rates are not cheap. Oh, nice. I am kind of knuckle deep in paint at the moment, so you're gonna need to give me a moment. I so me looking at it won't bring it up on stream. By the way, just because of how I have my setup set up. Because I'm using a Chromebook to view chat. Because my actual streaming computer is across the fucking room. All right, what am I seeing here? I don't want to log in on this computer or on this device. Oh, that's not too bad at all. Nice. Pardon me. No, it's coming along. It's coming along really well. Those are gonna look fucking hot when they're done. Oh wow. Wait, Instagram is blocked for you? That's lame. I didn't know Instagram was blocked over there. That kind of sucks. And I'm assuming it's your government that's doing the blocking in this instance, not because of like not because of Facebook being like, "Nah, we don't want our service there." Because Facebook is notorious for not caring whose personal information they steal. Allegedly. Allegedly. Ah, that's lame. And by small headphones, do you mean earbuds or like just literally just smaller than normal headphones? Oh, that was. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. That's lame because you will probably never find them again. Although I myself, I can't wear earbuds because they make me go insane due to sensory issues. The only thing is, as far as I've seen, it's the most reliable site for sharing images, though. Like, Shitter is even worse for things like that now because of the mainly because of the people who are on it. Fucking well, people who are on it slash the shithead who runs it. And like even still like things like that are kind of just that sort of social media is just kind of bad for sharing images anyway, I've found. Like I've tried it myself, and I've always gotten way more actual reach on Instagram. Newgrounds isn't social media though. Well, no, like that's the thing is like I don't know. I've just found that generally, for the most part, on Twitter-like social medias, there's I don't know. I personally have had less reach. Maybe it's because my shit's not that good and I'm not that interesting. But it's the experience that I've had. Well, no, like I'm not just talking about on Twitter though. It's like the only place I've ever had a good amount of reach when it comes to pictures of minis has been Instagram. Yep, working on a Warhammer currently. Going for a desert camo theme with this one. Sorry, with this star. Well, I welcome you in, even though you are a follower of the word of Blake. To go, but I'll make it work. Yeah. Oh, it's all on the back end. Okay, that's fine. I can make that work. I am not. I have not actually bought any sort of 40K stuff in quite a while. Um, ADC, welcome in. How are you doing? What'd you get up to? Did I double? Oh, I gotta check something. I might have two instances of my bot going for some dumb reason. Because that shouldn't have doubled. Nice, nice. Well, what were you working on today? Damn it, I think I lost where I was painting. Ooh, nice. Now it's up here. The the most important question, are you having fun painting it? Nice. Honestly, if I was to paint one 40K mini again, I would actually kind of want to paint Abaddon. Like the old Abaddon, not the new Abaddon. Like the old fucking metal Abaddon. Ooh, very nice. That's fair. That is entirely fair. Like honestly, a lot of those old minis actually had some sort of like character to them. Like, and anybody who's been in the channel more than a couple of times will have heard me harp on about this in the past. I don't have one that's nearby, do I? But the old metal Raptors. Yeah, I can trust you. You've been around before. Ah, there we are. Like these Raptors. I've used this as a like test for some stuff, but this when they changed away from these Raptors, I was very, 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 very sad. I think the new Raptors that they have put out. Oh, nice. Like those. Ooh, that is fucking sexy. But like honestly, them like changing the Raptors the way they did, I thought when that happens, and I still think to this day, even though again I haven't bought anything GW related in a few years now. Um, like I honestly think that they made a really, really piss poor decision. When they came out with the new Raptors. Like they didn't the Raptors did not need to be resculpted in any way, shape, or form. Like I don't know. I think the old school Raptors actually looked avian. They actually looked like, what you would expect a Raptor if you like from going from the fiction to the tabletop, what you would expect a Raptor to look like. You know what I mean? Like fuck, their name is essentially bird of prey. And like if they wanted to make them more chaosy and spiky, they could have added a whole bunch more spikes and they could have added more personality to them rather than taking personality away. Um well, and like that's the thing is that I think that's why they changed the design the way they did is because they wanted it to like look similar to the 30K stuff, which again I think was a very dumb idea. Like it honestly makes more sense for them to have the old style fucking jump packs. Like the old style, I mean like the old metal model. Um Like, there we go. Like that. And I'll tell it's more than I can bear when you're not there. It tears me apart. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. Bit. Down this way. Oh man, I have. So we want to talk about like old school minis. Skitsmix, welcome in. How are you doing? What all did you get up to? Raiders, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome for anybody who is new here. I am Magical Hack. I paint minis, I talk shit, and I sometimes play video games and whatnot. If you do not like swearing, this may not be the place for you. So Skits, what were you working on today? What did you get up to in on your wonderful stream? Ooh, very nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do here. Hey there, Sharky. How's things? Yeah, no worries. Do what you got to do. I appreciate you bringing your community over, and I will attempt to treat them well. I have a feeling that my fucking queue is just repeating itself. I mean, I don't have much of an issue with that, but I have more music than that, computer. I just wanted to start with those songs. Yourself as well. Cancel. All right, there we go. And then that way, and the underneath. All up in your stinky. They've had some really good ones. Honestly, I'd like to see them do another Epic Lloyd versus Nice Peter. Okay, no, it's not repeating. It's just that combination of songs. I actually really liked Ivan the Great versus yeah, I don't have that like are you trying to get the song title of what's playing currently? If you look underneath the palette cam, there's a little thing with a that basically shows the artist, and it should show the song title on that as well. I have it set up like this because this is easier than setting up a streamer bot to pull song titles from Spotify. It was like, yeah, I'll just do it this way. That way, it's every song is technically like everybody gets their attribution, and I don't have to fuck around with my bot and potentially break something. Yeah, just bring you all the way up here. That's I'm going to bring you back a little bit further. Yeah. Mm, and that. Get some happy little color blobs going over here. Now I'll have a little bit of the off-white, kind of the lightest color kind of going up and snaking its way up there, which will help me out and will look kind of nice. Kind of nice. We'll have that come down. Would be painted. Those are the outside doors to the SRM rack. The fucking missile doors to the rack. There we go. Right here. Hey there, Hackathon. How's things? The minis are going well. I am currently kind of doing a little bit of a proof of concept slash first attempt at some desert camo, or I should say pseudo desert camo, to see how it looks and how I like it. What are you up to tonight, my friend? Ooh, nice. Not about the rubbing ointment, about the working at a car wash place. Because having to rub ointment everywhere is generally not a fun time for anybody involved. That's what happened. Um, You know what? I'm gonna extend this. Needs to come down. That. You know what? Yeah, you can actually connect. Yeah, I can imagine how that would not feel very good. Extension. Okay. We're just down a bit. That's better. I can put some of the like middle brown going through the middle there, and it won't interfere much. Here, I kind of want to bring this up over a bit. There we go. There. Yeah. Yeah. That looks fine. Spots where it almost touches, but that's okay. Random small blob. Alrighty. What we're gonna do, because we are reaching the 2 hour mark, is I think we're actually going to be calling it here for the night. This is proving that this is going to look rather interesting and it will work. So essentially what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go over and do a couple more passes on the camel portion of this just to make sure that everything is properly covered. But I am very much so optimistic about how this is going to look, and you are very welcome, Wonderful Wars, for the stream. What we're going to do though is I'm going to hit a button and I'm going to meander over to the couch and we're going to see who we can throw right out to. So give me one moment and I will be right back. Coffee in my face. I'm going to put some more coffee in my face. Oh yeah. There we go. So let us take a look and see who is on and doing the thing. Not that window, computer, that window. First though, actually, I'm gonna